Enter the wolf time.
Hello everybody, and welcome to the Wolf Time once again. Today, we're going to be resuming our journey through the Space Wolf Codex. And today, we're going to be looking at Elite's Choices again. We're going to be looking at Wolf Scouts. Now, Wolf Scouts are another one of my favourite units. They've got some quite nice abilities. The first ability that is really nice is that they can come on from behind enemy lines, and that can really, really mess up people's battle plans. If they've got a squad of 10 Wolf Scouts charging at their tanks with melter bombs, it really does tend to spoil their day. The second ability that they have is the ability to come on the sides of the table as well. They can basically come on any table edge, and they are a general nuisance to a lot of people. Okay, what we're going to be looking at, we're going to be looking at two units of my Wolf Scouts. The first unit is my oldest unit, one of the first metal units that I painted. That was way back a long time ago. It actually incorporates one of the very oldest models in my army. Okay, well, let's kick off with him. There's this guy here. Now, this is a very old Wolf Scout. I have no idea how old this miniature is. I can't quite remember where I got this guy from, but if anyone would like to tell me how old it is, I would be quite happy with that, because then I could add a proper value to it. But yeah, this was back when the Wolf Scouts were quite weedy, and they had the triangular or pointy shoulder pads, as some people like to call them. Again, this is when I was first starting off with my Space Wolf, so the painting isn't too good on some of these guys. Okay, moving on. We've got the rest of the squad. Now, I'll just line all these guys up here for you. You might be wondering about two of the Wolf Scouts in this pack, because they look quite different. The first one, which you've probably picked up on, is this guy here. Now, this guy's what I like to call Pointy Stick Man. It's a really bad moulding. He's supposed to have a power axe up here, but obviously the mould just went wrong, so now he's just got a pointed stick. To be fair, Space Wolves don't really give a damn what they use in battle as long as they can cause some damage, so he's quite happy just stabbing people with a pointed stick. Okay, the next guy, you probably noticed isn't a proper Space Wolf Scout, is this guy here. He is a old metal Space Marine Scout, just a normal Space Marine Scout. I just decided to paint him up to look like him, just to fill in a slot really in the squad. He was given to me by an ex-staff member because I said, oh, I need an extra scout. So he just gave it me, which was quite cool of him. The rest of him are here. There's two which look very similar. However, the original models for these two, this guy has a bolt pistol, and this guy originally had a plasma pistol. I decided to get rid of the plasma pistol on this and replace it with a bolter, because I just don't use plasma pistols really at all in my army. They look slightly different, but they both have very similar pose. The next guy is this guy, which just looks like he's going friggin' nuts. He's about to jump out on someone and just like sink his machete into their back. Yeah, pretty nasty looking guy. One thing that I've noticed about a lot of these Wolf Scouts is that they look really pissed off about something. Don't know what. Maybe, I don't know, someone's busted on them whilst they're masturbating or something. I don't know, but they're all quite pissed off. Okay, right. That's the old Wolf Scout unit done with. So, what we'll do, we'll look at the new one now. The new one is a combination of the normal Space Marine Scouts with the Space Wolf bits. Now, on the Space Wolf sprue, you actually get an accessory pack to make the normal Scouts into Wolf Scouts, which is quite nifty. And as you notice, these guys are a lot bigger than the original metal models. What we're going to do, we're going to start with this guy at the end, this really beardy guy. Yes, I know these guys aren't finished, it's because I haven't got round to him, because I don't really use my Wolf Scouts anymore. Okay, we got the bearded head from the Space Wolf Scout sprue, and we have one of the random torso attachments just stuck to his back. Got a little bit of extra knifeage there just to get the job done properly. Okay, the next guy we have, which is this guy. I think this is my favourite guy. He's probably got the most dynamic pose of them all. He's kind of like sneaking up on someone. He's like, yep, I'm going to cut you. Just like that. If you noticed, I've actually given these guys some proper camouflage on their pants, which looks pretty cool, I think. I think I did quite a good job at doing that. Nice, like snow, Arctic, city camo kind of stuff. There's this guy here. This guy's probably my least favourite, just for the fact that his head looks way too far down. And it just looks silly. The head looks too far down, it's too small. The next guy is this guy here. His head isn't actually a scout head, it's off the normal Space Wolf. Actually, no, he's not off a normal Space Wolf sprue, he's off the Terminator sprue. I've given a lot of these guys little wolf cloaks because it just looks cool and just makes them look a bit more wolfy. And there's this guy with the ridiculously large top knot. I don't know why anyone would want to have the hair in a top knot, it just looks daft. Yeah. And that's him, again, with a little cape. I'll do a comparison now between the new and the old. As you can see, a lot has changed. A lot has changed. Maybe he's not the best example because his head is quite big. Let's pick this guy here. There we go. The new ones are a lot more bulky, a lot more armour on them, whereas the old ones are a lot thinner and have a lot less armour. Okay, well, that concludes this episode. Thank you for watching, everybody. And if you have any questions, email me or send me a personal message on YouTube. Okay, guys. Thank you very much. See you later. Ta-ra.